see this view? This is called Beach Walk Resort in Hallandale, Florida. This is all that this hotel, condo, resort, whatever they want to be, have to offer. It's confusing from the beginning. Listen to the story that I'm about to tell you, because this place is traumatizing if you're not prepared. But if you are prepared and well planned, go for it. Listen. Hello, y'all. I have a little time on my hands, so I want to tell y'all about this experience that I had that birthed out in me something that I pretty much discovered I want to do. How I discovered that I want to do film, TV, hospitality coordinator. Sometimes it takes for you to be in a position. Hold on a minute, let's see something on my neck. But sometimes it takes for you to be in a position, and it puts you in places, you know. It puts you in places, and the reason why I say that is because I never realized how much hospitality meant to me. Until I experienced a place with none, absolutely none. I'm from a place called Brevard County, so like the hotels there, you know what I'm saying? The hotels there, they now majority of them, you know, you have to kind of like not be in the county to be able to go to, but either way it go, the services there you pretty much book, whether you book online or whether you book there. There's no hidden service fees and there's no valet parking, and if there is, I haven't been, you know. So normally, you know, it's different than Broward, so I understand, you know, when you change locations, but the thing is, I've been to several hotels. One in Gainesville, I didn't have to do all that. One in yeah, all over really. I've been all over. Alabama, you know, said I've been places, you know, Georgia, yeah, all through Florida, you know, Florida really. I've been all over, you know, so that was very, this experience is very unique. Let me tell you. Okay, so okay, I'm just leaving. I'm in transition right now. You know, it is what it is. You know, that's life. Transitions. You're gonna always go through transitions. There's change is inevitable. So, you know, as of now, I'm pretty much in Broward, and so my plan was to have my son in sports finish strong with, you know, who he started with. He went from Cocoa to Merritt Island. In the Little League, so I wanted him to finish it out, then he could come here with me, you know, but that wasn't the case, man. My grandma like, you know, that's your child, take care of your child. So I'm like, okay, yeah, he coming with me. So I wanted to go, you know, because me personally, I was doing shared Airbnbs, and I was also staying with my cousin, you know, save money. But shared Airbnbs is like you have your own private room, but yet you you know, share like the bathroom, the kitchen, and living room space, back patio if it's, you know, there, and parking. So, but you have your own room code, lock, however they do it, you know, however they system go. But you know, I would do it with myself, you know, but not with my child. So I'm like, okay, we'll just get a room. So I get on Google and I'm looking up, you know, rooms, and it leads me to booking.com, and I don't know which one to be mad at, booking.com or this room. I'm telling you, I felt trapped. This is serious. This was a serious situation. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know, where was humanity? You know, and it traumatized me, because look, listen what I'm saying. This was a traumatizing experience. For me, not my child, he was all right, but it was a nice hotel. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna start off good, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so first, you know, I paid. It was the cheapest on Booking.com. That's what caught my attention, and that's why I got it, you know, because it's not cheap here. So So, I go ahead and do it. This is what I'm used to. I'm used to just paying that fee and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm on a budget right now. If it's not in my budget, I ain't going to do it. I let them know I'm a coordinator. I plan things. You know what I'm saying? I'm a planner. I plan. So please understand, I don't take this lightly. I don't take none of my planning lightly. It has to go a certain way. I planned several things in my life and it went the right way. It went the way that I planned. So if things don't go the way that I planned, then I know. One second, my job calling me. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I'm sorry. I had my client came early. I was at work. My client came early, so I was able to start him early. He wanted to, get it done. So, customer service, customers first, regardless. So, anyways, like I said, I don't know who to be mad at, Booking.com or the place, because I had my budget and I had my plan. I get in there. And they're talking about a $180 service fee. What service? I don't know, because there was no house cleaning that claimed that wasn't part of, the plan or whatever. But the gym is out. I didn't go to no pool, so I'm trying to see what service fee. What is the $25 per day service fee? So it came up to $180, and so that's that. And then you already have to have a $250 security deposit. I was already, my main concern was having that $250 security deposit. Now that service fee was very hidden. I had no idea what for what. I've been to several hotels, motels, hotels, and I haven't ever had a service fee. So that's why I'm like, why is it not in the thing? Why wasn't it not in what I already paid for? Because this stuff is paid for and is non-refundable. So this is what you got to realize what my mindset is on. So now I'm upset. Because now I have to borrow money. I'm the lender, not the borrower. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't like that. And so I'm like, okay, this is already taking me out my element right now, but I'm gonna be optimistic. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Now, let me tell you, I'm telling her the situation, like, we gotta figure this out, because, because at the time the payment wasn't going through because it wasn't there. So I'm like, we gotta figure this out, because I gotta have a place to stay. So this is right now, this is the only place right now. And so they didn't give a darn. They didn't care. Hospitality is, okay, it's first having empathy. Oh, okay, we understand that, there was a misunderstanding, but we require a service fee of $25 per day. It's simple as that. They like, well, you have to just call you just have to call the agent and you figure out from there. There was no sympathy, empathy, no type of understanding. You did not have that money, you gotta go. Bye. Like, that's just that was their energy. It wasn't, so no type of trying to figure this out. So I'm like, okay, I'm letting it go. It is what it is. So I go ahead, come up with the money, pay, and I'm like, all right, now where do I park? Tell me why it's a $30 per night valet parking. Now, mind you, this place is in the middle. You know what I'm saying? It's a highway. You got a Walmart across the street. You got some apartments down the road. But it's between, a river or whatever. And it's basically middle of nowhere. I mean, it's the city, middle of the city, but nowhere at the same time. Because this is a whole resort, and you have to valet park every night. Like, why can I not park there's no side parking unless you go down the road, and you're paying more because, you're paying about an hour there, and it's just going to add up. But the $30 per night is actually cheaper than parking on the side of the road. But it's just the simple fact that the hotel is right here. Why do I have to park somewhere else? Or why does valet parking have to be mandatory? You realize, like, you put this on a site where there is all kind of people who is looking for a deal. But you you're not understanding. Like, y'all literally just broke me financially. Because I'm getting there. Okay, but y'all literally just broke me. Now you expecting me to come out $30 a night just to have my car where I lay my head at? Like, that's not right. And some people not even open to valet park. Who wants people in their car? And then you have to tip every time. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot on a person. Especially when you just, you know what I'm saying? So let me tell you, this is who I am. This is who I am. I still, you know, do what I have to do because I was very uncomfortable at the time in the area, because I don't live in Hallandale. This place is in Hallandale Beach. I don't live in Hallandale Beach. I'm like Dania Beach, Hollywood area. That's where I'm, you know what I'm saying? I from doing like the different spark driving and stuff, I'm kind of aware of all the cities around here, but it's just a simple fact that this ain't my stomping ground right here. So I'm not very comfortable. I want my car to be where I lay my head at. And so I, you know, thank God, you know, because this is a Spanish, like, majority of the people working there is Spanish. They're either Spanish or black, and it's very few black. The only reason why I feel like, because they're sticking, they are really strictly sticking to the book. These people know their stuff. But the thing is, you know, black people have to work in every company. At least one black person has to work in the company. So there's black people. They have the service is like, it's called, I guess, Victoria Rentals is who they go through. For the resort is called Beach Walk Resort. It's on Hallandale Beach. But the thing is I guess it's only 10 years old. I did my research on it. It's only 10 years old, so it's fairly new. It's very nice. They run it very well professionally. You're monitored 24/7 basically, except for when you're in your room. But the elevators, because it's floors, is up there. The elevators, the everything, lobby, all that is monitored, heavily monitored. The aisle, the rooms, or whatever it's called, all that, the hallways and all that is monitored. But and probably the valet part too, because that's on the 3rd floor. But it's ran by one company. The hotel is ran by one company, and then the valet is ran by another, which is first class, and they had like 2 black people, but everybody is literally Spanish. And I was like, let me see, since they want to mess with me corporately, I'm gonna mess with them corporately. But the last day that I was there, I seen a black worker, because did not see no black worker at all to the last day. I'm like, dang, I can't even report nothing. I was trying to find something on them. I couldn't find nothing on them. So they stick by the book. But my thing is, what, you know, it was 2 angels, which was black people. 2 angels there. And I'm not racist, because I have to work with, I work with all kind of people, and I have Spanish clients, and I know that they are good people. So it's just, this is them. This company is just something about this company that just don't sit right with me. And so I'm like, I was already, you know, upset with the resort, but I ain't really have to worry about them. I just know I want my security deposit. You know what I'm saying? That's all I know. They better get my security, since they so greedy. And so the valet people, they were very nice at first. They were very nice. But the thing is, I was aware that if you pay after 12, then you're able to have it for, I guess, I thought it was just the 24 hours. So you don't have to pay until that next day at 12. Now I'm talking about if I paid at 12 a.m., I don't have to pay until that next day. So say it's the 7th or whatever. I don't have to pay till like the 8th of that 12 p.m. You know what I'm saying? Of that afternoon. So it's like, I did that twice in a row. I paid it after 12, so I ain't have to worry about that next night, or that next night, but I have to pay it that day so I can, you know what I'm saying? So I'm a pattern person, and I'm trying to tell these people, I'm a pattern person. And so I was able to do that twice, and it worked out. So that 3rd time I went to do it, that's when they some nasty people. And this is why, because I'm like, there's absolutely no hospitality. Out of all those days, I was there for about 6-7 days. the lobby people, they don't even look up to greet you or say hey to you. The nicest people is the valet people there. The valet people up in the front and on the third floor, they were very kind at first, but then, you know what I'm saying, I ain't had no money to really tip them, because y'all already took me and I'm living off my tips at this point. And so, and I'm, you know, I wasn't no rest. And on my day off, I'm supposed to be resting and stuff, and I'm over here trying to make sure I got these $30 for these people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm over here trying to goddamn do my little side hustles or whatever. And so I was just getting a headache thinking about it. They were so draining. Like, I was not comfortable there. So anyway, I do my stuff, you know what I'm saying? I sit here and I get them the $30 or whatever. And then that other day I ain't have to pay. Then that next day, I pretty much waited all the way to 12. I'm like, okay, I know I gotta pay it, so I'm gonna just do me all day and then come back at 12 o'clock. So I tried to do that or whatever. I'll probably drop him off, let him chill or whatever, but then I'm like, I'll be back. But I did like what is it called? Not Spark, but Dasher. I was doing some dashing, took me to Miami and stuff. Took my mind off of, you know, the things. Then I'm thinking, okay, I paid it that night. So that next day, I was supposed to just be chilling, because checkout was finna be that the other day. Then I know I ain't have to pay no more. So out of the whole 180, I'm trying to spend like 90. But no, these people here, they over here making me spend some money. They 12 o'clock came, it was after 12 I came back. You know, I'll probably come after him get out of school and then chill for a little bit before he got to go to practice. And so I'm thinking I'm finna chill, because now I can just relax at this point. I'm finna enjoy this day, and then that next morning I'm checking out. Tell me why they tell me that I have to pay the $30, or if I want to just park for like an hour, I gotta pay the $10 just to park that hour, because they caught on to my pattern. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling them, I'm an event planner. I plan for a living. Well, I plan for my own events, but technically I could be planning for a living if that was part of my journey in life, if God wanted me to do it. But so therefore I'm equipped. But it's just the simple fact that I'm sticking to patterns, and this is what's been, y'all been letting me do it this time. So what's the difference? You know, he act like, you know, it made me so angry. It did. It brought. I'm like, why? What's going on? Y'all just want to take everybody. Y'all just want to take people money. So the day before that, and it was probably because the Spirit of God, you know, was on me, because that day before that even happened, I ain't have no tip for him. So I just wrote a message: love conquers all. And I put it in the tip thing. So they done made me mad this time. And I'm just like, you know, I had to take a breather. I had to go sit down. Had to go to the seats and sit down for a minute. Stare off in space a little bit, trying to think what I'm about to do. You know, because, you know, I'm an actor. I show out. And so, I'm like, I got my son here. I ain't finna bother. He went up. He wasn't stunning. He just went up the, you know, up the elevator. So, you know, I'm still stuck on the third floor dealing with these people. We was on the 14th floor. And so what had happened? Oh, what happened? Oh, yeah. So I sat down and I'm praying. I'm just like, you know, just trying to think what to do. Because I ain't, you know, I'm not finna pay this $30. You know, I done already had in my mind what was up, you know. It made me so mad. So I wrote down on a piece of paper, God doesn't give us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. So I wrote that down, and then an angel came. This made me feel like, you know, when Jesus was carrying the cross and it got a little hard on him, and the black man came and helped him out. That's how I felt, because the black man was, just go across the street. He said, just go across the street. You know, it's $30 too expensive. It's Walmart right there. You just find the spot, you know, find a spot and park, you know. And I'm like, I thought about that, but I'm just like, man, I'm thinking like I really like for my car to be where I'm at, like so I did it. I was crying a little bit because that's why, because we can't talk about. I'm just like trying to fit him. Cause I know when I'm in my feelings and I get a little attention, I go to crying. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. I've been doing that forever, and so I just don't even want to cry for these people because right now I'm trying to be a woman about everything in life, and so I just got to deal with whatever comes my way, and so that's pretty much what I've been doing. And yeah, he give me a little attention. Sometimes I don't need that, because I take it a little too far. And so yeah, I'm trying not to cry and stuff, but I got in my car and cried a little bit. And one of the valet people, one thing about the Spanish people, they is gonna ignore the heck out of you. They gonna say what they gotta say, but you've been ignored for the rest of the time, and they just act all oblivious to everything, what's going on. So I just dropped my message and the thing, got in my car, went to the Walmart, parked there for the rest of the day. All the times I needed it. That next morning I was so ready to go. I'm just like, yeah, this place ain't for me. Cause at least let people plan things, have hospitality, care about people. You know what I'm saying? And then I down there really want my own. Hotel now, to be real, because other places, there's no perfect place, but let me stop now. It is some perfect hotels out there. I've been to some great hotels, and this one just did not have hospitality. Broward is very expensive. These hotels are expensive, and the thing is, some of them ain't clean either. Hospitality is everything. You know what I'm saying? It comes with the greeters. It comes with service. It comes with cleanliness, all that stuff. You have to have it together. So that's why I say it births something out of me as to how serious I take hospitality. Because I've been in the hospitality industry for all my life, to be real. You know what I'm saying? I started off with restaurants and at fast food restaurants, and then working, at assisted livings, either dietary or on the floor as a PCA doing service, and massage therapist for the past 12, 13 years. So hospitality is my thing, and I never realized how important it is in general, but also to me, something inside of me. And because my thing is, even if they were very nice people, I still would have had to pay those prices and do what I had to do, but it just would be much nicer if they had hospitality. So I'm not in the hotel industry yet. And I'm past the restaurant industry. You know what I'm saying? Even though I do want to be a waitress like once in my life, just to experience it and to get tips. But I'm fine where I'm at, but I'm in film, so that the only way I can really do the hospitality is by being a hospitality coordinator, and we do have that in film. So that's my story as to how I discovered, my newfound career path. I just take it a day at a time. Maybe one day, and hopefully soon I'll have a booking for that, and plenty more to come. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. All these people I'm talking about the valet people, really was the nicest at first, but then they just got greedy out of nowhere. Because how y'all, so this was a pattern, and then y'all just want to take my money. Like, come on now. After I started giving y'all the word of God, y'all need the Spirit of God in there. That's the problem. Don't do nothing without them. I'm going to be tracking and keeping up with that hotel, because I really, it's weird. Because not everybody's going to be, why you ain't got a valet park? People call anyway. People just want to get in the room and, now I got to, try to find a few more of them hotels just to see how they operate, too. If they're even similar or what just stand out. But boy, oh boy, they are something else there. All right, y'all. Take care. I'm taking care, too. I'll be all right. God got me. Hey y'all, this is a different day, and I just wanted to add that they hold on to the security deposit for as long as they can, because it's hitting on almost a week since I checked out. I checked out that Friday morning, and it is Thursday night. Still don't have my security deposit. Thursday night of that next week. So I'm just letting y'all know. Hospitality is efficient. It's clear. I don't understand what's the hold up. Just know what you're getting yourself into. Always have a clear understanding from the jump. That's what hospitality is.